Guess that's the cost of only being human. I'm near a decade in the game, still learning like a student.
Alright, welcome back to the NetTrade's YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, make sure to check out all our other content as well. We have videos that talk about risk management, setups that I like to trade. We have trade reviews and many other videos as well, so check them out. Anyways, in today's video, I'm going to be making an updated video on my setup. So what you guys are looking at right now is like my main execution screen, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how to set up and make your WeBull look like this. And I know it might look like a lot, so you guys don't necessarily have to copy it exactly. You guys can take certain things that I use, and maybe you didn't know a certain feature about WeBull, and you can implement that to your own setup, specifically if you're an options trader, because that's what I focus on. So if you see here, I have a lot of things that are option specific. So this would probably be really helpful if you're an options trader and you use the WeBull desktop application. But anyways, we're gonna start from scratch, and I'm showing you guys exactly how to get your screen to look like this. So let's get started. First thing you want to do obviously is go over here and click on this plus sign so you can create a blank new page. We're gonna start off with the blank layout. You get a fresh page like this. Over here on the top right, you're gonna see add widgets. The first thing we're gonna add is a chart, because that's like the most important one. And as a personal preference, I like to get rid of these grid lines in the back. So right click, go over here where it says chart settings, scroll down and uncheck this box over here. I also like to get rid of this crosshair data style. Basically what that does is, let me show you guys what it does so you guys can know. So if you click floating and you hover over a price, it'll show you stuff like you can see on the screen right now, but it'll show you the open price for that candle, the high of that candle, the volume and stuff like that. And you can set it as fixed as well, so it shows up over here in the top left. But I like to just have it off, the minimalistic clean look. But again, it's personal preference on that right there. I also don't really use too many indicators except volume over here, and I get rid of the overlap one. So that's basically how I have my chart set up. And then let's move that to the right, because we're going to add the quotes over here. So again, go to add widgets, click quote, and you'll get this screen over here. I like to have it over here in this corner, so let's resize that real quick. And as long as it shows volume and the total assets, that's a good size right there. Maybe a little bit, yeah, like that. So we have more space for the chart and everything else we're going to add. And also you want to make sure you link these. So right here where it says set as group, you can choose one of these colors. It doesn't matter which one, but as long as they're all the same one, that's what matters. So let's make those all blue. And then next, let's add our watch list. So go over here where it says general and then watch list. And again, we're going to fit that over here. Okay, and if you don't want it to look like this, because you can't really see much of the information, you want to go over here to this menu thing, display mode, and click simplified. And then it'll give you a much better, more visually appealing version. And then you can click whatever watch list you want to keep track of. In case you guys didn't know how to create a watch list, just go over here, edit watch list, and you can add a watch list. Name it whatever you want, top watch list. And then you click OK. And then it'll show up down here. So let's go to that one. And then it will be empty at first. There's two ways to add stocks to it. So you can either go to here, go to your watch list, add a symbol and type it in there. So let's say we want to add Tesla. Oh, whoops. Tesla. You can add it like that and you'll see it pops up here. Or you can just, whenever you're on a stock, you right click, add to watch list, and then click it and it'll add it right there. So that's how the watch list works, in case you guys didn't know. Then we want to add our order entry. So let's go over here to trade, order entry. Let's drag this down here. Let's make it a little bit smaller. We can make our chart a little bit bigger. And then I like to have it so where it matches up to the chart. Like that. So they're the same right here. And then I like to add a couple more widgets to this one. I like to add order flow. So this, you can basically just use it as a sentiment to get a feel of the overall sentiment on a stock. So if you can see, MU has had significant inflow today. So, and as you can see, it's holding up a lot better than some of the other names. If you go to Facebook, you can see that it hasn't held up as nicely. And if we link this, you'll probably see that the order flow is a little bit weaker. yeah, look at that significant difference. So you can see that right now the leading sector is like semiconductors and stuff like that. So that's what I use that for. And then I also like to have the orders added here. And there's one more, account P&L, added there. Okay, so those are the 4 things I like to have on this one here. And you can just switch in between them. Next thing we want to add is the time and sales for our stocks. So let's go over here, and I like to actually use it in a unique way. So I don't think a lot of people use it this way, but if you actually click on active trade, you can go ahead and do this, where you go to active trade settings, and you unclick all this because we're not going to be using that. Okay, I guess we need to keep at least one button, so let's keep that. And then we add mini quotes because this is what we're going to be using for this. And then we use order book. You can keep it green and red, and then I like to have price and volume. I think time is automatically clicked, so you can uncheck that, as well as exchange. We don't need to know that. So, and then you go here and you drag this down all the way down, and now you have your time and sales and your order book for your stocks. And then you can link this to this, the same color you have for all these other widgets. So go ahead and link that, and I forgot to link the watch list, so let's link that. That way when you click on these, it changes all 4 of these things. And that's just my personal preference, because I like to have the order book and the time and sales. You can also just add them individually. If you go over here to trade, or no, actually quote, you can click time and sales and just add it that way, and then link it, and then it'll be linked. Or you can add the order book individually again, but I just like to use active trade because it has both of them combined. But it's up to you. Now that we're done with that, this is basically going to be our stock stuff. Now we're going to be focusing on the option stuff. So let's get started with that. First thing, obviously, is going to be the option chain. So let's add that. Let's resize it so it fits, so it extends all the way to the right here. And then there's a couple of things I like to change on this. I like to get rid of the last price. I like to put the mid there. And then I don't know, for some reason I like to have the bid on this side and the ask on this side. So that's how I like to have it. Let's make sure that these are all okay. All right, let's adjust that real quick so we can see. I like to have volume. Where's the volume at? Okay, that's how I like to have it set up. All right, next thing we're going to be adding is we're going to be actually adding another chart, and you'll see why in a little bit. So let's resize this. This is going to be a lot smaller than the other chart because this is going to be for our options. Oh, and I forgot, you link this to the number 3 or whatever number you picked for the rest of them. But this one, you're actually not going to link it to that same color. You're going to choose a different color. Doesn't matter which one, but just pick a different color. I like to use a 2. And we're going to just clear it up a little bit. Let's get rid of the grid lines, get rid of that. And then come over here to the menu and get rid of all this, just so it's a little bit cleaner. I don't like to use indicators on the option chart. And then we're gonna add one more thing to this one, time and sales. Okay, here we go. And now we got time and sales. And we're gonna be using this for our options once again. So let's actually add a watch list. Okay, now we're adding a different watch list, and you're probably wondering, why are we adding another watch list? Well, this one is going to be for our options. So go over here where it says options, and then let's make it a little bit cleaner here. So let's go to this menu tab. Let's get rid of name, get rid of sparkline. Unless you want it, you can keep that, but I like to personally take it off, and then leave the rest the same, and then just drag this up a little bit like that. And then we can make I like to be able to see the volume, so this way I'm trying to adjust these real quick. That's cool. So that's how I have that set up. And then this one, again, you want to link it to whatever color you chose for this. So 2. And then we got to add a couple more stuff we got to add. Let's go add widget, all widgets, trade. Then we're going to be adding another active trade. And then this one, we're actually going to be linking it to our options. So whatever color you chose for that. And then we actually have to go over here and edit it, because if you can see, right now it's not working. So if we click on one of these, you can see that it's not letting us click them. It says not available. So to fix that, you go over here to where it says active trade settings. And you're going to want to unclick all of these, because these only work for stock. So if you're trading shares, it'll work. But if we're trading options like I am, it won't work. So get rid of that. And then come over here where it says place orders options. And then you want to click on whatever ones you want to use. You can use by bid, by ask, by market. You can also do customize, where you can set it for the mid price. So you can do that, and you can also set up hotkeys if you want to. And so we can do buy customized and then sell customized, or sell ask, or sell bid, whatever we want. You could also have the multiple buttons added, like that. It'll show up like that. But I just like to have one of each. So I like to have buy ask and buy sell bid, because I only use this if I need to get in really fast and really and then we're not going to be using mini quotes for this one, but over here in general settings you can get rid of that just to make it a little bit cleaner and so it fits better. And then we're done with that. So a couple more widgets we need, like 2 more, and then we're done. Oh whoops, not that one. Remove that. All right, so let's go back to add widgets. Let's go to all widgets, and then let's add volume analysis. And then there's one more, order book. And both of these you're going to want to connect to your options. So let's go ahead and do that. And then let's resize them. This one's going to go up here. And this one's going to go down here. Like that. Let's resize that. All right, there we go. And then lastly, we got a couple more. Actually, I lied. Go to all widgets. Go over here to where it says market, add the heat map. We can add that down here. And then I think there's one more thing I have. Let me go check real fast. Positions, or okay. We don't need orders because we already have that over here, but we can add positions. Okay, and this is the final thing. I know it's taken us a while because there's a lot, but this is the final one. So let's add positions real fast. Add widgets, all widgets. I think it's in trade. Yep. Okay. All right. We're finally done after that one. Okay. So now let's quickly explain how I use all this. So again, this is going to be like our option section, and then over here is going to be our stock section. So you can use this both to buy shares and to buy options, but it's mostly optimized for options trading. But you can execute shares. So if you want to buy shares, just right click on a chart. You can click buy, and then it's going to ask for my trading verification, but it's going to send it over here, and then you could enter your trade like that. But again, it's not optimized for shares. If you want to optimize it for shares, you can add one of these active trades over here. You can use this, but instead of having it be the time and sells in this, keep the buttons, and then you can use that for share trading if you want to. I personally mostly just focus on options, so I don't have that enabled. You can also just switch tabs to stocks and do it that way. Just to show you guys how I would go ahead and execute a trade. Let's say if I'm looking at TSM, we'll switch over to that chart. And then again, if you want to add it to your watch list, just right click and then add it to your watch list. It'll show up right there. Let's say I'm thinking I'm bullish, want to swing some calls. You can head over here to the option chain, and let's say I want 134 calls. You can right click on these, and actually I already have these added. So let me take them. Let me clear this real quick so you guys can see how it works. So let's say I want to buy these 134s. There's 2 ways you can do this. So the first way, over here on the ask column, just click it. It'll shoot it over here to your order entry. and then you can pick how many quantity you want. You can set the limit price. You can also set this so it follows the last price. So it follows the mid price, so it follows the ask, the bid, all that good stuff. So let's say we want to set it at the last price, and then again, you just pick how many you want, if you want to buy or sell them, and then you just click place trade, and it'll send in the order. The second way you can go about it is you can right click, add to watch list, but instead of adding it to your regular watch list, you want to add it to another watch list, and I have it named as options. So you add it, and then it'll pop up over here, and what you can do is you click on it and it'll send it to all these different ones. So now if you go over to chart, it's going to show you the chart for the option. If you go to time and sales, you'll see the time and sales for the option contract. Same thing for the volume analysis and the order book. And then over here you can actually use this. So if you want to just execute a trade, you just click here, and it'll send in the order to buy at the ask. And then once you're in, it'll show up here that position 1, and then to close out of that contract, you can either click over here, sell one at bid, or you can click here where it says close, and it'll close all your contracts at the market price. So the two ways you can execute based on this, how I have my platform set up. Typically I'll use this one, but again, if I want to go in and out really fast, I'll use this active trade. If not, you can actually go over here to this chart over here, and you can click this plus sign, create a new order. It'll send you to this thing over here. So let's actually do it for different ones so you guys can see. So let's go to this Facebook contract, you click plus, create new order, and it'll have it set up. The thing is, usually it won't let you put option orders for like numbers like this. It has to be like an even 0.6. So I don't like to use this feature, but it is an option. And yeah, that's basically how I have my WeBull set up. Again, it's my personal preference. I like to use it this way, and it's easy for me to use because I can see all the information I need to see on one screen. It's easy to execute. It's easy to view the option chain, to switch between stocks. I have my watch list so I can be monitoring what's going on. I hope this answered you guys' questions, and if you guys were having trouble setting up WeBull, hopefully this helped you guys out. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. Again, hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, leave a like on the video, helps out the channel. Anyways, other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next video or in the Discord. It's been me, Zero, and I'm out. Peace.